24-year-old Steffon Josey-Davis was on a short list to become a police officer in North Brunswick, New Jersey. But those dreams were shattered when a traffic violation turned into an arrest, and he was charged with illegal possession of a firearm, which is a second-degree felony. That's Jersey justice for you. Another law-abiding citizen falling prey to the state's draconian gun laws. Steffon has been fighting this nightmare for 2 years now, and as he told me, he's not giving up, because far too many innocent lives have already been ruined. And these injustices, he says, have to stop. Take a look.
It's been hell. It's like a domino effect. Got pulled over, got 2 tickets. My firearm was taken from me. I was in the process of becoming a police officer. All I thought of was that my career goals and aspirations would be just flushed down the drain.
How many more law-abiding citizens need to have their life destroyed by this stupid law? 10 years with a minimum mandatory 3.5 to 5. It has no effect on crime. It's an outrage. Fix this law.
It was a simple mistake of what happened, but no man should become a convicted felon for making a simple mistake. That morning, I was getting ready for work, grabbing my firearm out of my safe. I had plans on going to the range that day. After work, grabbed my bulletproof vest. I made my way to the car, and my little sister came into the garage. I just put the firearm in the glove compartment quickly just to keep it away from her, then took her back upstairs, and I just took off and didn't realize I had to finish disarming my firearm and put it in the trunk.
Later that evening, Steffon and his fiancée were headed home from dinner when Steffon was pulled over by a Highland Park police officer. His registration was expired.
I thought I had another insurance card in my glove compartment, so I went to go reach for it, and I realized I still had my firearm in my car. So I immediately notified the officers, and then they called over their sergeant. They took the firearm, and they wrote me a ticket for my registration and my insurance, and they let me go.
Did they give you any indication at that point that you were in trouble with the law because of your firearm in that glove compartment?
Not at all. They just said, you can come pick it up and square this issue away. And I said, okay, that's fine. And when I went down there to go claim the firearm with my registration for the firearm, my work ID, pay stubs, the case for the firearm, etc., that's when I was placed under arrest. They were saying that due to the firearm being in the glove compartment, that it's a second-degree felony because it wasn't in the trunk. I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. Owned the firearm legally. I purchased it for work purposes only. I was working with Loomis Armored as an armored truck company. I was a driver at the time. Only had the firearm for about 2 weeks. My carrier's permit was pending at the time.
Here we're cutting a young man down at the start and ruin his life. At best, a mere paperwork violation. All this over a gun that he lawfully purchased with a New Jersey handgun purchase permit. You know what you go through to get that permit? It's not easy, and yet he's still being prosecuted.
I really just feel like the case was rushed. The prosecutor didn't really want to work with us at all. It was just plea bargain of felony probation, not PTI. They knew about my goals and dreams of becoming a police officer. They didn't really care at all, to be honest with you. All he really wanted to do was just convict me.
What did your attorney advise you to do at the time?
He advised me that probation was our best option, so I was totally unaware. I shouldn't have been arrested or charged due to the amnesty period that they had going on at the time.
My perspective is, I'm not gonna, on my watch, have a law-abiding citizen become a convicted felon. There's a fight to be had in his case. He falls under amnesty, and frankly, his PTI denial should have been appealed because he's an ideal candidate for it. It's an honest mistake. PTI is made for first offender. But the reality of it is you've taken discretion away from the judge, and you have law-abiding citizen after law-abiding citizen getting stuck in this trap.
Just because I had a firearm, legal, automatically criminal, convicted felon. I don't understand how he can sleep at night by convicting someone that's totally innocent when we have people out here that have illegal guns that are out here shooting people and committing all the crimes, and they're getting the easy way out, sometimes getting their cases dismissed when someone who's being truthful and honest about the situation are getting railroaded by the state's gun laws. Jersey justice.
The amnesty issue, is that the issue you're appealing the case on?
Right. The amnesty statute spells it out so clearly that it uses 3 words in it. May retain possession. And what amnesty was is Governor Christie in August 2013 signed an amnesty that gave a window of 180 days where one may retain possession. Steffon is within amnesty, and during that time, he should not have been prosecuted, never should have even been arrested. What part of may retain possession does the state not understand?
The system is upside down. It's just draconian how they treat us in the state of New Jersey.
That's what New Jersey produces better than any other state. Victims of gun control. New Jersey's possession law is so extreme, but even in most states, it wouldn't even be a felony. Okay, no less a felony that carries minimum mandatory.
I mean, he wouldn't have even been charged.
It wouldn't even have been charged. That's what, a badge of honor for them?
What do you really hope Governor Christie does?
I hope Governor Christie does issue me a pardon because it's the right thing to do. You know, I have no criminal history at all. He understands I've just been a hardworking young man throughout my entire life and just want to do right and provide for myself and my family.
Do you think these lawmakers have any clue what their laws have done to your life?
They probably have, but they don't care. It's about our rights. We're under one nation, and that's something that they should honor, but they don't. They have their own agenda.
They talk about making communities safer. Are they making communities safer by going after you?
Charging me with a felony for illegally owned firearm isn't going to prevent someone else from shooting someone, you know? They're being harsh on people who have no criminal intent. That's the issue here. They're not making the community safer by going after me. They don't want to see the citizens of New Jersey armed to defend themselves. They don't honor the Second Amendment here.
The same reason that anti-gun politicians promote gun control that you and I know will have no effect about crime is similar to the reason that prosecutors who get a conviction for this, it's going to show, hey, here's how many convictions for unlawful possession of a handgun I have. And the general public hears this statistic and thinks about bad guys robbing 7-Elevens at gunpoint when it's the furthest thing from the truth. So it helps the numbers pump up to give a better impression, even though the true element of public safety isn't there.
Determined to fight it because it's a legally owned firearm and my rights have been violated. I'm fighting it for everyone because anybody can go through the same thing that I'm going through. I have people that are anti-gun 100%. They don't like guns at all, and they've signed my petition. They're saying that it's not right because that is your God-given right to bear arms, and they feel as though becoming a felon for that isn't right at all.
The public opinion has gone the opposite direction of their propaganda. We are winning, and more are waking up saying, look, if they do that to this person over guns, what are they going to do to me over what I'm interested in? These people see at stake their individual freedom, and eventually this injustice cannot stand.
Second Amendment states shall not be infringed, and they're infringing it in the state of New Jersey. They're just ruining innocent people's lives.